Oh, alrighty, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Can I move that? Yes, I can. Yes, I got new recording software. Holy cow. Is that my beard? Man, I need to look in the shower more. Or look in the mirror more. So I got, I know it's crude, but I don't like being away from the computer, guys. So when I take a shower, I just like, I got my these scissors right here and everything. So I just like feel my way, if you will, and I just cut around and everything. You know, guys, well, all you guys who listen to my videos, you know the story. All right, I don't forget leaving the house. I don't leave my desk for like 12 to 16 hours a day. So when we get food delivered and groceries delivered, when I do cook, you can tell that I do cook because you know, you got to eat healthy. You know, you got to eat good. Good. I don't really eat healthy, but you got to eat good. Which, yeah, I took courses on being a chef and learning fancy cooking and everything. So I cook my own food, and that's why the kitchen is a mess. I think it's over here. Yeah, it's over here. You can see, kitchen's always a mess back there. Um, but yeah, and I got to chat on the, like always, same setup. I know it's been like a month or so since I did a video, but same setup, just different recording software. But I got my chat going on over here, and yeah, I look over here often because it's not just the security. I got 14 channels, so all 14 channels have Discord servers. So I got to monitor all of them, you know, see who's messaging me or what is being said and all of them. But the main one that I stay on is the security channel mostly, which is this one. I'm recording it, so I have it on this computer now. But another reason I was absent, well, the holidays in December, but I've been having a problem with OBS, and it still ain't working. So I had to get a paid solution, and I'm using Loom. For those of you guys that know Loom, which does other stuff too. You know, you can stream and, you know, do a bunch of other things, you know, all that. But anyway, that's why my little bubbles, my picture-in-picture is different. I think it used to be a square, a rectangle. Now it's a circle, and it's on the left instead of the right. I can move it. I think I can move it. Yeah, we can move it. Now let's move it. I'm used to it being over here. But if I change tabs, it'll probably, let me see. Can I? What can I go to that won't expose anything? I want to keep those. Might talk about those. No, it won't move. I figure if I change the tab, it would shoot back over there again, but it doesn't. Anyway, the YouTube channel is taking a new direction, and this has been a chat's been going on. Well, I'm not even going to go up any further. I'm already scrolled up. Yeah, I'm already scrolled up to here. But we've been talking about this, and well, for one, I've been getting some direct messages, and there's some people in the Discord that are going through legitimate certification, and that's fine. They're taking college, you know, not online courses or anything. They're taking college courses on computer science, security, and stuff like that. There are more security and related courses and stuff in college now than there were, you know, back in my day. But anyway, you know, they're going for certificate, but the vast majority of the people on my server are kind of like me. You know, I've got the felony, as you all know, and that's why I can never get into, well, technically, I got into it, but I went, you know, the back road route, if you will. I went over everyone's head. Well, I didn't go. They came to me, but I didn't go. But anyway, that's how I got in. But and you guys can watch the videos on my backstory. They're all here on the channel. But and this is going to be a long video, so just letting you know, because this is introducing. This is going to take you guys on a whole journey that is not available on the internet. And forget, Ryan Montgomery and John Hammond and all the internet people you see on YouTube. Yeah, Ryan Montgomery is on Try Hack Me. He's rated #1 on Try Hack Me. But look, I'm on #1. I'm not #1 but I'm getting up there. But I'm doing it for my fans because I want to see from my students and fans. Judging from my DMs, I do have a couple of fans apparently. But I wanted to go through Try Hack Me to see what, experience what my students are going to go through. And also, this is not going to be like a Ryan Montgomery video either with all the fancy editing, and that's why I say they're celebrity hackers. And I'm the real deal. I've been in the trenches. I came up in this business in the underground and spent close to 20 years there. That's what got me into the DOD. Because, look, you're not going to catch the attention of a DOD subcontractor, unless you're doing something, that's, you're not going to catch their attention easily. Let's just put it that way. If you get on their radar, not in a legal way, but if you get on their radar to where they're thinking about bringing you on, you're doing something different. But with that, and we're going to get into that in this video. Forgot where I was at. Anyway, what do we do? Do we just want to jump to it? It's been about 8 minutes now or so. I think all the riffraff is left, because people, the YouTube stats say people start out watching up here and it kind of like falls like this within the first 2 to 3 minutes probably. It's like woo way down to here. Then it starts curving out. Which are probably my interested subscribers and stuff like that. But anyway, what is the topic? Since we're about 8 minutes, 9 minutes or so, like that. What is the topic? Well, like I said, for the majority of my people, they're not going to get a job in security because of their background. I have my felony. There are some people that are violent. There are some people that have drug convictions. There are some people that abuse their spouses. And you're not going to get into the security industry if these are on your record. It just ain't going to happen. Because of the industry. It's just, that kind of attitude or mentality just doesn't fit in a cybersecurity company. So my eye's itching, and so that's why they came here and they stayed here, because they want to learn from someone that has been down that path. Now, you're probably not going to get hired like I did, and so if you're not going to get a legitimate job, working with the government was the only way I was going to be able to work, because they're the only ones that could supersede that felony. If I had the chops, let's say, they're not going to do it for an average, hacker type dude. You're going to have, not even Ryan. Ryan's not going to impress them either. Because, you got to think about it. They have, they got hackers. They got people that do stuff. And they're up there. They're not average. I'll guarantee you that. I've worked with a couple of them, not a lot of them, but a couple of them, because the people I work with was only 3 of us, and there's only 3 people that even knew we were hired. There was 3 team, me and 2 other people, and there was only 3 of us, 3 people in the NSA CIA org together that knew about us being hired. And one of them was in the CIA, one was in the NSA, and one was in the Department of Defense. So, now, 2 of them have passed away already. And I think, I don't know, I haven't looked on the other one. The other one's up there. He's retired, I know that. But I don't know if he's still alive yet or not. I'll have to check that. But, anyway, it could be, but, and it was that secretive, to where even the 2 agencies couldn't know. And it was 3 teams, basically. It was our team and maybe 1.5 other teams. It was our team and another team, definitely. And I think, I'm not sure, because, a lot of things are fuzzy when you work in an intelligence agency, because nothing is ever as it seems. But I think there was a 3rd team. I'm not sure. But there are some things that, as far as I'm concerned, it didn't add up right. And they're always about you're doing something, but someone's checking on you, and then someone's checking on that person, and someone's checking on that person, because they're in the intelligence, world. They don't trust nobody, not even their own employees. Edward Snowden, hello, good example. But and when people like that, come out of the woodwork, you can see why, they're schizophrenic on trusting people. But anyway, there's always someone watching you that you don't know is watching you, and that was our job. Our job was finding bugs, let's say, 0 days into high target. You could say high target. And that's all I can say on that. But anyway, because you don't want them to know you're spying, so you want to get spyware on their computer and everything, and spy like all the bad guys, like the foreign nations do to us. China and Russia do to us. They get inside of AT&T network, and they've been inside there, collecting all the intelligence and everything for 6 months. AT&T don't know. Same scenario. They want to do something like that. And I was in that world. Well, first I started. I'm doing a little background here. I started out as a hacker, then I went into there up until 2008. And then I was out, and we won't go into why I was out, but I was out, and I went independent. That's when I became the independent security researcher title that I created for myself. And I went into 0 days. I knew the landscape. So, and I already had socket puppets out, and I still have them today, because once you start them, once you go through the work to get them, that is, because these are socket puppets, a fake ID for those that don't know, but these are full fake IDs. They got all the paperwork, they got passports, they got everything. that you're supposed to have. And I've been keeping them up. You know, you got to make social media posts. You got to do things. You know, you got to look like an active person if you want them to be believable at any point. And so, since I've been doing, all the stuff I'm doing, my side hustles, my porn and AVN and all, I always check on them. They're kind of like a bot by now. They're, I've put in some AI programming into them, LLM and some other stuff, to where they can work things out on their own to an extent and everything. And I just got to check up on them once in a while. But you need those, and I'll cover it. I won't get into it now. I'll be digressing if I get into it now. But we're going to get into this because for my people in Discord that want to get into this, and there are a few of them, and they know it's going to be difficult, but I think they're determined enough. I've chatted with them enough and everything, and they're determined enough. And if you're not one of them, if you're not one of the ones that, because there's a lot of people that chat in the chat room here, but they're doing their own thing. Like you see over here, Violindro, he's got his own thing going now too. I won't say anything about that. I don't know if he wants to public, but he's got his own thing, and a couple other people got their own thing going. But these people, the people I'm talking about, they don't have nothing going because they're learning, and they want to get into this area, and that's why I wanted to make this video. The best way I can without violating YouTube or anything, because I'm sure if they're interested, there might be other people on the internet that watch my videos, because I get, I get about 98% of my views come from non-subscribers, because I get a lot of views, and all you got to do is check my views. You guys don't have to do that, and a lot of them are from non-subscribers. Just YouTube people, cash it go by. And for the ones that I'm going to label this video as such, it is, and hopefully it doesn't get taken down or anything. I've done something similar to this before a couple years ago, and it got taken down. But it was specifically on billionaires, and I guess that didn't go over well. So it was taken down like within 48 hours. And I didn't even have any subscribers at that time. So that was weird. But anyway, we're going to, what do I want to talk about? It's a habit also of me to look to my left over here, because I do spend a lot of time looking at this computer. For one, it's an older computer. It's a much bigger monitor than this one. This computer is a 2005 iMac and a huge monitor. And I got a lot more stuff going on it, a lot of security stuff that runs on it and everything. But a lot of times when I'm thinking in deep thought, I always stare at it. For one, because it takes my eyes away from what I'm pondering, because all my work is over here. And so something I'm looking at something that's not related to what I'm doing, so my mind can wander and try to, put puzzles together, solve problems and stuff like that. So I got a habit of doing that. And like I said, my chat's over here and a bunch of other tabs that you guys don't need to see. Like this one. Here's a good one. Is this? Nope. Nope. Yeah. This one. We're going to talk about this one. There's no link here to this. This company came up, well, it was called another company before this, but they started in 2015. And you click on it, their PG, all you get is their private key. And that's it. This is their website. Just a private key. And that's how private they are. If you don't know how to get in contact with them, then you don't know how to get in contact with them. But anyway, Um, 0 days. You spend all your time reverse engineering, finding vulnerabilities. You got to find the vulnerabilities. You got to weaponize them. And then you got to sell them. Sounds easy. Just 3 steps. So, easy peasy, as they say. Not so fast, my friend. All those 3 things have got problems involved in them. First of all, are you good enough of a reverse engineer to find vulnerabilities, to spend your whole day finding them? Because you're going to waste a lot of time, because vulnerabilities are hard to find, especially when you're just starting out, because you're just learning. You're looking for the low-hanging fruit, and all that stuff has been gone. Because you're late to the party, so to speak. To get into this business is a level of risk. There's different levels of risk. And the risk level is depending on, what level of risk are you willing to take? Can you take on a lot of risk? Or do you want just a little bit of risk? Because, you don't want to deal with all that, nasty stuff and everything. And that depends on where you're going to stay. Because the bottom barrel of this is the high risk stuff, which is the low hanging fruit. Because at first you got to build your reputation. And nobody trusts you in this game. And we are no longer on the public web now. We are deep, deep in the deep web. Beyond deep. We're beyond Tor even. But this is where the good stuff happens. But the problem here is you're gonna find a vulnerability which you're gonna think is the beat all to all, and in actuality it ain't shit. Because let's just start at the bottom. Because you're gonna have to find vulnerabilities in Photoshop, in Blender, in Fruity Loops, VSTs, which are audio plugins for DAWs, digital audio workstations, WordPress. You're gonna have to start at the bottom, because first you got to prove that you can be a reverse engineer to these people. And you're going to come in and they're not going to trust you at all, because they're going right away. Everybody is going to think you're a fad. Everybody, right off the bat. And so you're going to spend no telling. It depends on you. This could be quick. It could take you the rest of your life. You're going to have to build trust. And that is something that you just got to learn, because they're going to pay attention to how you speak, how you talk. They're going to, it's like a profile. They're profiling you. They're going to pay attention to everything you're doing. And if they get the wrong vibe about you, they'll just drop you. You won't even know it. Your emails and messages just go unanswered, and you just got to move on to the next person, because you've lost that contact. And this is the world that you're getting into. Now, levels. What do you want? When you first start out, yeah, I know. When you first start out, there's different levels. You got target selection. You got finding 0 days. That's a big thing. You got to hunt these things down. What do I want to, reverse engineer? Do I want to, Photoshop has probably been hammered by now. So, other than patches, operating systems too, but that's probably further down the road. That's your bigger targets that you're going for. That's the vulnerabilities that the big boys pay for. Vulnerabilities in operating systems, vulnerabilities in network appliances, like firewalls, switches, routers, specifically the expensive ones. The ones that, you might find on an NSA network or a China network on the Great Wall, the internet, that separates, the internet in China from the internet outside of China, the firewalls and intrusion detection systems that, are blocking that and everything. These are the things, not just any off-the-shelf, firewall. What good is that? What are you going to do, be hacking into your neighbor or something? No, like I said, these are high level. That's your goal, which is probably going to be 20 years from now, if you're just starting out. Monetization. How are you going to monetize this? You got to sell it, but are you going to take cash? Are you set up for crypto? Do you know how to make your crypto non-traceable? Which means you need to know everything about all of these things. You've got to know everything about money laundering. How does money actually track? Not theory, not talking to your buddy next door, and he thinks he knows everything. Oh yeah, this is how they do it, man. I got it on Google, man. You need to. There's no mistakes here. You can't afford mistakes. In this game that you want to get into, at a certain point, you pass a threshold. If you're good enough, you go up the ladder, and at a certain point, you're going to pass a threshold, and that's the point of no return. Which means, at that point, mistakes could cost you your life. There is no second chance. You got one way to get it right. And if you get it wrong, depending on who you're dealing with, that could be tragic. It depends on how understanding that person is. And there's a lot of them that aren't very understanding. So, just letting you guys know the reality, up front, for anyone that's watching this video on YouTube. What we cover. Money and crypto. This is probably getting a little bit high, but you have exploit brokers, and that's what this is. Oh, I hit tab. Zerodium, they're an exploit broker, and there's more of them. They buy high-end, high-value exploits, and they turn around and sell them. For instance, right now, roughly speaking, depending on your connections and who you go through, it could be more, it could be less, but on average, an Android exploit can get you about $2.5 million. And like I said, this is depending on your exploit, how good it is, what it actually does, and all that stuff. There's a lot of factors at stake here and everything. Forget Bug Crowd and HackerOne. Forget bug bounty programs. You're no longer in that realm. These vulnerabilities operate on a whole different level. There is no scope here. There is no other. Anything goes in this realm. So the verification process, the proof of concept, and all that is a world different than normal bug bounty. Because how are you going to prove it? How are you going to prove your exploit? You're just going to give the buyer your code and say, look, check it out. If it works for you, send me the money. Do you really think? Are you that stupid to really think that's going to work? They're going to get your exploit and see that it works, and you ain't going to hear from them no more. There's no morals here, guys. There's no ethics here, guys. People in this realm don't give a fuck about you. You could die in the next 5 minutes. They wouldn't care. So you got to understand the world you're playing in. And so we got the money, the crypto, we got the brokers. Yeah, I've heard you the first time. The money, the brokers. Okay, you got direct sale and APTs. Now this is where it gets shaky. When you're direct selling to someone, or you're selling to an APT, which is usually a foreign nation. It could be Russia, it could be China, it could be North Korea, it could be India, it could be Iran, it could be Syria. And here lately, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Egypt. Those are 8 players that are currently in the market. And for various reasons. They all have their own reasons. And you don't care about it. It's not your business. Understand that. Vulnerabilities, 0 days, selling these to your clients. That is your business. You don't care about human rights. You don't care about who's buying it. You don't care about how it's going to be used. You don't care about nothing. I have this product. I'm selling it. How much you going to give me? Business is done. End of story. Nothing else. If you're not good with that, then I suggest you stop this video right now. Because this is not the work for you. Plain and simple. What else? I think, well, for now, we're probably about a half hour or so into this. I don't want to get into too much. Discord is popping off over here. Yeah, I know. Okay. I might have to do some typing over there with those guys in a minute. But, like I said, where do you find it? What do you want? Like I said, what do you want to hack? What do you want to crack? You want to get in? And you're not cracking software either. Look, if you want to get Photoshop and crack it, so you can, first of all, you're probably not even going to use it. So why are you even cracking the damn thing for in the first place? You're just a script kiddie. If you want to learn reverse engineering to crack software, go to the kiddie pool. That's where all them people hang out. Okay, what I'm talking to you about, this is, eventually can get you into life and death. This is the big boy area over here. You need your big boy pants to come over and play in this arena. So, all you, crack software people, the kids are over on the playground, But anyway, what are you going to, like I said, what are you going to crack? You gotta show you gotta demonstrate your reverse engineering skills. You gotta learn the ropes and how to sell. That's how this beginning level works. It's not about, the software. It's not about, you did Maya or you did, Photoshop or whatever, and everything. They want to see proof that you can reverse engineer. And if you did find a 0 day in Photoshop, that's a 0 day. First of all, they want to verify that it is a 0 day. So, as much as Photoshop has been hammered by every. Well, we're gonna put a label on these people. I'm not going to use I'm not going to use anything that anyone is called in the dark web, because I'm going to try to pick out media names that the media uses. Arms dealers. Let's just go with that. Or no, you know what? Digital arm dealers. Let's go with that. You know, you're a digital arms dealer. You find a vulnerability in the software, you weaponize it, which means a proof of concept, you know, that it can go, you know, you can break into a system, get an RCE, and, you know, Bob's your uncle. Bingo, there you are. And now it's weaponized. That's all it is, to be weaponized. You know, no one has to blow up, no one has to die or anything. You get it on a device or a computer or a coffee maker or whatever it is, and you get a reverse shell on it, and voila. That's it. Job over. Sounds simple, right? Yeah, wonderful. Sounds simple. But, you know, like I said, what are you going to do? Well, you can search, for one, job listings. You can go to, like, Raytheon. Now, this is the upper echelon part. I'm just telling you guys start down here at the bottom to build your reputation. But, you know, I know you guys want the good stuff, and so let's jump up there. You can research breach reports, you know, who's been hacked recently, who's leaked data recently, you know, and you got to check aerospace, you know, all the military contractors, government agencies, supply chains, people, third parties that work with the government agencies, like subcontractors, for one. You know, these are all, you know, things that you would be looking for, because, you know, the leaked document, well, sometimes the leaked documents will tell you software that was done, depending on what agency it is. You know, some news channels, they censor more than others. Some will tell you the software and give you a little, you know, taste of, you know, what happened and everything. And other ones will tighten it up a lot more and not give you a whole lot and give you like a runaround. Because, you know, they don't want to also, you know, if CNN is, you know, writing an article about how MSNBC was hacked or something, you know, just an example. You know, they don't want to, you know, get MSNBC pissed off at them. You know, so they don't want to write an article that explains too much, you know. So, because, you know, hackers, you know, reverse engineers are very good at vulnerabilities. You know, they read your article, they search, okay, does this have a CVE yet? And if they do find a CVE, that's even more information. So now they look at the CVE, they read the article, and they're like, okay, we got this over here. We got this in the CVE. They're talking about this, and that's talking about the, you know, and you're putting pieces together. And then the big question comes. You have to get your hands on this software because you need to test. And this is where the ethical hacking goes out the window. Because you're like, how am I going to get this software? It's a firewall, or it's a switch, it's a router, or, you know, whatever. How am I going to get it? It's a coffee maker. Well, first of all, can you reverse engineer hardware? If you have a phone, a coffee maker, or, you know, whatever. If you got an appliance, a home appliance or something, did you take courses in everything? Did you learn all your electronics? Do you know how to solder? Do you know everything about that? You have all the equipment, the microphone, the microscope, where you can, look in to the board and everything, and repair chips and solder really, really, really small things like little bitty capacitors and resistors and stuff. Are you set up to do this? Can you take the operating system, the Linux operating system on the little chip, on the UART cable, and pull it off of there onto your computer and go through it and reverse engineer it, find a 0-day, because that's what you're going to have to do. So if you can't do none of that stuff, then you either got to spend another year or so learning how to do all this shit, getting all the equipment you're going to need to do this shit and everything and all that stuff, and get into that realm of it. It's not that hard. Yes, I know how to do it, and yes, I have all the equipment over here on this side. But anyway, you have that too. So you're like, how am I going to have to get to this? So if it is a coffee maker, well, you got to research. You got to find out who the maker is, who the manufacturer is, and everything. When you find out that and everything, now you got to go. Do they have a website up? Now you got to break into that break in and stuff. You got to find with the software. Now this is where you need subdomain scanning and everything like that, because you're looking for, if they put their development environment in a subdomain, for the developers, because that's where you'll find source code for the thing. And you won't need to reverse engineer it. I mean, you won't need to take it apart if it's a coffee maker, or anything, because the code will be on the developer's website. If you can find it, or you can find a GitHub for it. A lot of them, you can find it on GitHub, and you can take it off, with that. We're not, like I said, this is getting long enough right now. I might have to make this a two-parter, but that's another way you can do. You might have to actually get trusted enough to get on the GitHub to where you can fork it and make comments on it and update and everything like that. And that takes now you're building trust in a different area now, because not every admin on GitHub will allow people to do that. So there's a whole area we have to explain here, and that's why I said I might have to do a part 3 or a part 4. And if this first one doesn't get any interest, if I get 10 views on this in the next, this month, this coming up month, February, then there won't be a part 2. If no one's interested in it, then no one's interested in it. But and I gotta get to my chat people here. But I'm gonna try to skim over some stuff as I'm doing all this. As I'm doing all this, you got supply chain hacks, and you got reverse engineering patches. What was I going to say? Trial versions of software. See if they got a trial version. Download the trial version, and you can try to find vulnerabilities in that. Then you got there's other stuff. I'm going to rush it up because I don't know, we're probably 45 minutes or close to an hour into this. But you're going to have to and you might hear my wife listens to murder shows in there. I forgot to say that at the beginning of the show too. So you might hear her device in there, and she's in the bed laying down. And I have the TV muted so I can make the video. So, but anyway, like I said, this is not a professional joint. I don't. You can tell by my other videos, I don't edit my videos. I think I edited one. I did one fully edited video with back, whatever, B-roll, if you want to call it that. But this is going to get into much more detail in brokering these deals, handling your crypto, how to make it, private, how to not make it non-traceable. It's going to be getting into Monero and mixing and tumbling and, all that stuff, because this is the monetary exchange that you're going to be dealing with for the most part. There are U.S. currency exchanges done in the dark, but you're probably not going to hit that level to where you're doing that, because that's mostly working with our government. So I doubt you'll get at that level, but and then you got to get. There's a lot you're going to have to learn about networking, because you're going to have a sneaker net, and that's just a very important computer that you do a lot of your testing on and everything like that, that is fully not connected to the internet at all. And there's some more things that you don't have to do to it. It's not just like, okay, we don't put, we don't put no Ethernet or Wi-Fi on it, and that's good. No, there's a lot more, because authorities can still get into your computer even if it's not even connected to the internet. We probably won't even get into that at all, because that's way down the line for you guys. But there's ways around that, and you're going to have to take your computer apart. You're going to have to set it up to where it's not vulnerable to those types of things and everything. And a lot to learn here. You're going to have to air gap your system, basically. Air gap your net. And, a sneaker net is what they kind of call it, because you got to physically walk to it. You don't have a connection. Not even on it's not even on your LAN. It's not even a VM. We're talking total isolation here, because you can compromise your PGP key. You can compromise your private and public key that you use to encrypt messages and everything, because malware can be used to get in there, and malware can collect keystrokes, it can collect logs, it can collect a whole bunch of stuff, metadata that you don't even know about, and all that stuff, and it can exfiltrate this back to the C2 of whoever this malware belongs to, and now they can break your sock puppets. They can break your fake IDs. They can find out who you really are on the dark web, because they've broken your PGP and you don't know it, because of malware that got on your computer, and you were encrypting a message to someone or something, and this is in your terminal history too. They probably went to your bash history, or whatever terminal you're using, and they probably downloaded the history file to that, so they see all your commands and everything. They see the password you typed into it and everything, and all that stuff, and they start comparing things, your messages and encryptions and everything, and they start putting things together. Yes, I'm glossing over this because, it's something, I don't know, like I said, if we get into a second or a third video, I'll get into this more, but it's just, yeah, I know, guys, I'll be with you, don't worry about it. I'm scrolling through these things, because as I talk, the chat goes up. And this is not these people, this is someone else. This is my music group, which I just put out 4 or 5, I think I just did 5 reaction songs yesterday. So that's why it's bubbling. And one of them was, oh fuck, what the hell was his name? He's a new artist I brought on the channel. I forgot who he was now. Weird name, but he did I Was Made for Loving You by Kiss, and an awesome cover. Oh my God. but better than the original. I mean, it's not even close. But anyway, this is what we're going to get into, guys. And this video is the key. I'm going to call it here because I know I'm approaching an hour or something. But the next two videos, if I get enough views on this and enough subscribers, we got to pick up some love here, guys. You got to hit that subscribe button and everything. I know I've been putting my subscribe note, lower third thing come out on all my other videos and everything. I don't know if I think I'm going to stop that. I'm going to start, I'll just tell people if I remember it in my videos to subscribe, like, and all that stuff. Now, you can't force people, whether you do the animation or not, And, any burps or farts I have in my videos in it, I'm just going to leave them in there. After all, like I said, I'm not, I've told you guys I'm not editing my videos. Well, I was editing those, because I took out a lot of the and a lot of the, dead noise. And like a while ago when I was typing, I did that a lot in my other videos, but I would cut those out. So you guys never knew. But I'm going to keep it all in. What the hell? But anyway, and, if you guys want to know what I chat about all the time, then join the Discord. And like I said, this is the music one. If you guys want to know about the music, well, do your OS Cent and find my music channel. You're probably going to go to the one that doesn't have any members on it, though. Are you going to find the one? Are you going to find the right Discord link? Probably not. But it'll test you guys. Let me look. How much time do we got? Bump, bump. 52 minutes we've been recording, so nearly an hour. What do I want to cover? See, it's these pauses that I do. Because I think this is not reversed, guys. There's no script here. This is off the cuff. How hackers do it, because unlike scripted videos on the YouTube, we got it all up here. We don't need a script. Oh, speaking of which, having it all up here, I started going through. That's why I think I left off the beginning of the video when I said I forgot what I was talking about. Try Hack Me. I got on Try Hack Me because let me show you guys here. Actually get to see some. See right here? Oh, that's my hacking. That's my team. Try Hack Me. Well, you're not. See, that's a free path and a paid path. And same with, Hack the Box, Retired Machines, Active Machines, the Academy, the Labs, the Fortress. I got a paid account on there too. But I'm going to be helping, because I got a lot of people that are on Try Hack Me. I got probably, I'd say 6 people that are on Hack the Box. But I probably got like 10 to 15 that are on Try Hack Me. But I wanted to go through there and find out what they're experiencing, because I want to help them. And I don't give answers, but I know I know you guys search for write-ups to get the answers, and very, very important, guys. Understand this. Let me show you here. Well, first of all, let me tell you, I went through this in 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 days. Let me show you. Oh, you see, another thing to tell you guys, for you. See, I started on an intro to cybersecurity. No, I started on a complete beginner. Then went to intro to cybersecurity. Then web fundamentals. And then I'm going to pre-security. And that's because when I did, after I finished, well, first I did the free ones. And the free ones, you see these percentages right here? 23% of this, 13 of that, 57% of junior penetration testing, 1% of a SOC 1 level, 36% done for the CompTIA pen test. I haven't even touched any of these. By going through these 3 courses right here that I've finished, the Complete Beginner, the Intro to Cybersecurity, and the Web Fundamentals, this is how far I am already on these other paths. 37% through Cybersecurity 101. I'm doing this one right now because, see, I did these 3. I'm on this one now because I'm 70% to it. I was like 73% already through this when I started. So I'm going to only have to do like 6 modules in this pre-security, and I'm going to be finished with it. So that's good for you guys. You don't have to take things twice. Once you do a module, all the other modules that have that same room in it, it'll mark it as complete automatically in those rooms. Like HTTP in detail, you're going to find HTTP in detail in like probably here, and 3 there, and here too. So it's in all 4 of these modules. So if you go through that one module, HTTP in detail, and it's a free one too, just do the free one. And you'll be cleared on these 4 because that same room is in all 4 of these learning paths. It's learning paths, which are these, and then there's modules, which are inside of these, and then there's the rooms, which are inside the modules. The modules are made up of rooms. So that's the path. This here's the Complete Beginner learning path, which has got modules in it, and each of the modules have got a certain number of rooms. They call them tasks, but they're actually rooms. If there's 10 tasks in a module, well, that means there's 10 rooms in it. But let's go to my profile. Let it load. And you can see I got 11 badges. I completed 67 rooms and a 15-day streak. And that's my only activity right here. I signed up on January 16th. I did 27 events in that one day. And this is the deal, guys. I go through these. I don't even open up the rooms. Some of them I did because I was curious. I'm like, how are they teaching this? And so some of them I did, and I went through the Kali. I don't use the attack box. I use their Kali version. Maybe I'll open up the attack box once to see what. I'm sure it's a Ubuntu machine, but and another thing, guys, you guys, this is gold that you guys are getting that are still stuck here for an hour. When you open up any of the VMs on Hack the Box or Try Hack Me, you got a default install on there. I'm looking down at my end picture, but from your guys, see, I should be looking like this. See, now we're eye to eye, but I don't want to be staring at my camera all the time. So what was I talking about? Oh, what? How did that skip? $131. There's a problem here, guys. It says I skipped yesterday. Is there a bug in this? Because I know I did like 3 rooms yesterday. Because I still got my streak. How can I have a 15-day streak, but yesterday is blank? Interesting. TryHackMe has a bug bounty program too for anyone that's interested. But that's interesting there. But anyway, you can see, I got the streak going. What else did I want to show you? Oh, badge. Let's show you guys the badges. I know what I was going to say. I know you guys are going to look up the write-ups and everything. And why? Why? For those of you on the Discord that want to get into what I just spent an hour talking about, finding 0 days and selling them on the dark web for big money. You are fucking yourself if you're looking for write-ups to go through TryHackMe or Hack the Box. You need to learn, memorize, and master this stuff. Because you know where write-ups are good? Write-ups are only good in one place. Right here on TryHackMe or Hack the Box. Outside of those two, those are completely worthless. Useless as tits on a boar hog. If you were to get hired at a company, you'd be fired in the first week. Probably in the first 48 hours. Because as soon as they put you on a computer and watch you work, they're going to be like, what the hell? This guy was level 10 on TryHackMe. But he can barely get around the fucking terminal. He's struggling on Linux commands. He's not even using them properly. It's like something's not right here. This guy, there's no way this person is a level 10 on TryHackMe. And you know what? You just find yourself probably fired before you even put in a full week work. It don't cut it. You get out in the real world, yeah, you can Google for answers. You get stuck on something, you can Google it and everything. But the answers don't come as quickly as a write-up for TryHackMe. And I know how you guys do it. All you gotta do is just highlight the question, right-click, and hit search Google. And I'm gonna cheat and tell you here. I did this is how I did it because I got tired of fucking with the free trial, but I signed up for Medium.com for their monthly account. So now I highlight the question, I right-click, I hit search Google. It gives me a list of all the write-ups on TryHackMe, and most of them are usually Medium.com. And I click on them, go to it, the full write-up is there. I'm a member, so I get the whole thing without, being blocked off or saying you've reached your daily or monthly limit, all that bullshit. It was only, I don't know what, $8 a month or something. But, I go through, okay, they explain it. Yeah, it's a write-up. They go through and they explain to you. Some of them explain it. Some of them will just give you the answers. So it depends on who you get. But let me tell you, for instance, for me, this is put it in perfect perspective for you guys. I know we're over an hour. We're an hour and 4 minutes now. I'm not used to having a timer. OBS I can never see how long I've been recording on OBS unless I went, went down to my dock and pulled it up and looked how long, and that would have been on the screen and all that stuff. But now I got a timer, basically. I can see on every video I make, so that's good. But this is a perfect example for you guys. Me. I've been doing this shit, guys, for 28 years. Since 1996 is when I got into this. All because I got malware on my computer. It pissed me off, and I wanted to know how these fuckers were doing it. And that's what started me on my journey. And so, and these are basic. Even at what I'm doing now at level 8, you can see up here level 8. I'm hacker. You know, and here's your levels: mage, wizard, you know, master, guru. Well, and we know that you know, down here 21, because this is hex. You can see the 0x there. So that's 16 and 5 is 21. 150,000 points, which is eternal. You know, that's where Ryan Montgomery is. Yippee, big wow. But this is a perfect example. Me. I'm a felon. I got my felony. My felony is grand larceny, by the way. Someone asked me that the other day. What is your felony in? My felony is grand larceny. Again, not good to have. Especially if you want to get into the security field. But yes, all I got to do is just look at the question. I am my own medium.com, because this is all simple shit. You don't think, look, as long as I've been doing this, you don't think I know the OSI model? You don't think I haven't memorized, you know, every little bit about it? You know, so yeah, when I go to the OSI learning path, I fly right. I just go to the questions, read them, answer them, read it, answer it, read it, answer it. Now, 5-10 minutes, I'm done with that room. Or that module. You know, with you guys, 5 or 10 minutes, you haven't even finished the first question yet. You're still reading it. That's the difference. That's how I get to level 8 in 15 days. But someone could look up the answers. Someone could look the answers up and get to this level, or maybe higher. It should be higher, because if you're just looking for answers and putting them in, even copying and pasting. I mean, if you're looking up answers and copying and pasting them and putting them in, you could go even quicker. You should. I mean, shit. You should be like a guru now, or legend by now, in 15 days. If that's what you're doing. But anyway, if I was wanting to get into security, or if I was wanting to do 0-day hacking, or whatever, anything like that, in my current situation, looking up answers is a total waste of time, because I'm not going to get hired in the industry in any way, shape, or form because of my felony. So I'm left to do this on my own, independently, whether it's through bug bounty, whether it's through pen testers, or what I'm doing, being in, on the dark web. And I sell to, well, you can understand. I don't sell to the bad people. I could, but I got connections. So I can sell to our government and our allies. UK and stuff like that. But it does me no good, because I'm on my own. If I don't have the knowledge up here to figure these problems out and figure all this stuff out and everything, I'm useless. And you're useless too. Like I said, you could get to level 21 where Ryan is, and a company might pick you up right away. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, he's level 21 on hack. And pick you up, but within the first 48 hours, they're going to know this guy doesn't know shit. It's apparent now he just looked up all the fucking answers and flew through TryHackMe, thinking he can get a job somewhere. And so, you're gone the next day. Boom, you're out of there. And so yeah, I just spent 10 minutes telling you guys how just absolutely worthless searching up answers are and write-ups are on here, because it's only going to help you on TryHackMe. It is. there is nowhere in existence other than here that write-ups are going to help you. Outside of TryHackMe, you're going to have to use your noggin to figure out what you need to do. Hit Google, use some Google Dorks, figure it out, because there are no write-ups. You're on your own. So with that, guys, we're an hour and 10 minutes into this already. I think that pretty much covers everything. Now you see, what is it? See, here I posted on my, well, you guys aren't on Discord, so I'll show you. See, I posted my workflow, you know, showing my students, you know, that I went through this, how they would. John the Ripper, I forgot it. I even forgot what module this was. But anyway, you can see I switched to root, password, failed. I list, there's Chase, there's coffee in there, there's a PNG picture. I catted the coffee, nothing there. I catted the cheese, nothing there. I did the file, yeah, it's a PNG. And so, okay. Boy, you're trying, what, that's something, we're jumping something. I thought I put a, where's the X at in this? There, is it down here? Is it this one? Yeah, there it is. See the file, there's PNG, root, permission denied, root, password, SU. Then I got in, list, I saw the flag, counted the flag, and there's the flag, and boom, Bob's your uncle. You know, and it's just showing everybody what I did down here. All this is one of the study videos I got. This is an 11-hour dramatic cyberpunk music album, and it's just, that's what it is. It's just music. It's study music. Go on YouTube, search study music, and you'll find gobs of it. When I am reading and studying and stuff, this is what I play in the background of my headphones to drown out the TV, is study music. Because all I can hear is the soothing music, and I can study and read. But, I want to show, oh, it's on here. No beeps, okay. I don't know who's chatting with me, but, really, did I go past it? Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. See right here, I think it was Nico. Oh yeah, not 100% sure. I will give, oh no, what was it? I don't even know what, how did we get on this topic? Anyway, okay, here's a good reverse engineering puzzle for you guys. I listed this right here. And I started explaining this code. And they went where I figured they would. I've not read the 32-bit instructions, but not the 34-bit ones. So at least you knew this was 34-bit because of the R right there. So Nico knew that much. Nico. Yeah. Either you don't know or no middle ground. Ask yourself, why is there this? This is what I wanted them to focus on. Why was this put in there? This is redundant. Why not just put the RDP directly into the RSI register? In other words, why not just put this directly into here? Because, or in, right there, into there. Because that's what's going to end it, because you're moving this to here, then you're moving it from here to here. That's a lot of bullshit. It's like, why don't you just put it directly in there? And then I showed them the compile. GCC minus capital 1, capital O, example and everything. That was their clue. And then right here I told them, I go, the flags are 0, 01, 02, 03, and 0Z. And they are optimization flags to optimize the assembly code. And I said, now understand, you don't have to delve deeper into this right now, as it's an intermediate topic. But it does come into play in real life when you're reverse engineering, you know, more advanced software and stuff. Because more, you know, better developers are going to optimize the code a lot more than what it is. Because, like I told you, we're getting into high-value software here. We're getting into software that is very efficient, operates extremely fast. It's on high-speed CPUs and GPUs, so it's made to go extremely quick, as fast as possible. And for that, you know, these right here, these highest optimizations need to be used for that, which is going to fuck up your code up here. And you are not going to know anything about it because you've never seen it before. You won't see that. You won't see this type of compiling in Photoshop or Maya or any software publicly available in your store or on the web. This is, you know, well, you guys wouldn't know that. You guys don't know high trading software and trading platforms. Another high value target, by the way, you know, Goldman Sachs, you know, trading stocks and bonds on the internet, you know, going through that software and stuff. They got high frequency trading, and that is software that is highly optimized to the milliseconds in doing trades, real back and forth real quick, because they need to do this in between the price fluctuations, because they're in cents. They only go in cents, you know, like that. So the quicker that it can do that, the more it can catch, you know, middle it, basically. But, again, that is extremely, you know, sophisticated software and stuff, and you will need to be a GOAT reverse engineer to reverse anything like that. Because, you know, look at it like this. You have Tom Brady, who's the GOAT. Then you got everybody else in the NFL that's down here. Well, there's everybody else in the NFL. There's Tom Brady here. You need to be up here, above Tom Brady. You need to be that much better than a GOAT to get in to this realm. Because this is extremely difficult reverse engineering when you get into this level of it. But that's what I wanted to show them, what they got to look forward to. So with that, we went to an hour and 20 minutes now almost. We're going to cut it off here, guys. Like I said, if you want to really, this is just like a casual introduction, going over stuff, and we haven't even finished it yet. I'm already an hour into it, and but if you want to get, you know, more in depth into all these little, you know, the cryptocurrency and the brokers and all that stuff, and how this whole world works, it needs views, it needs likes and stuff, or I'm not going to waste my time. Simple as that. I got things to do, guys. You know, if you're not interested, you're not interested. I ain't going to force you. I ain't going to hold your hand. If you don't want to watch it, you don't want to do it, you don't want to do it. So with that, guys, I will see you in the next video.